Hey guys, Garrett McLaughlin here, and want to take a second and talk about jumping and landing technique. And most of my programs love incorporating jumping and landing, but what I want to talk about the 4 different phases of jumping and landing. So if we look at just this bilateral jump, first what I'm going to do is propulsion, push off. So that's me actually pushing off to the ground, providing some force straight down so I can get the body into the air. That's our first one. Second phase is the float phase. So what is your body doing as you're in the air? Third phase, coming back into the landing or absorption. And the last phase is the control or the balance. Am I able to get my body into the right position to control myself, or am I too far forward? So there are 4 different phases through proper jumping and landing, which you can apply to any drill, not just this bilateral or 2-legged jump. So if we looked at single leg jumping and landing, which some of these phases are a little more important now because now we're on one leg, we have to balance and stabilize. First thing, propulsion, being able to jump and push force into the ground, push off that toe and explode up. That's our first one. Second one, what's happening in the air? So it's not just the leg, which a lot of people focus on, specifically that jump and land on the leg. What are the arms doing? How is the body positioned? Am I able to coordinate opposite arm, opposite leg, which is very important, especially for athletes. But here, opposite arm and leg. Am I controlling my body? Am I using this other leg to help me drive up into the air, nice stable core, and come back down under control? That's important through the float phase. Third phase, landing. So as you hit the ground, what happens? If you think of most jumping and landing, we want to land to the toe. Here, toe hits the ground, we come back to the flat foot, our weight shifts back into the heel as our body starts to lean forward, and that helps balance out the body, okay? So a lot of people land improperly or land too flat-footed and absorb too much force, but if we can go up off the ground the same way, we can come back down on the ground the same way we went up, that's very beneficial to help reduce a lot of the forces throughout the kinetic change. So just to see that landing, toe to heel, and that really helps us minimize a lot of force. After that, how are we controlling the movement? So this is important because if we don't have single leg strength, stability, and control, or again, double leg, if you're doing a 2-legged jump, then we're gonna lose our position right away. So this is where you need to work on some supplemental exercises like your split squats, your lunges, your lateral squats, things to build up some strength, stability, and balance throughout the lower extremity. Because if you don't have those things before you work on jumping and landing, you're gonna lose your balance and your control every single time you come down. So as you come down, we're able to land and then control. So you can see how that foot moves. Am I using the entire foot, or do I know as I'm starting to cheat and shift my weight to the outside? You can see what kind of strategy you're using. But that control is important because that's where we're going to build that reflexive stability to get things firing at the right time to control us in the position. So those are 4 phases to really work on and emphasize with your jumping and landing. And start simple, 2 legs, work on 1 leg. Even if we go from side to side. Again, there's so many jumping and landing drills out there, but definitely beneficial for you to work on before you're running your training, in addition to your functional training program, to really work on that balance, control, and teaching your body how to push off and absorb forces.